a beautiful thing. I told you guys this morning, the love is a really beautiful thing. With the right people, with the right environment, you will thrive, you will blossom, you will be beautiful, you will glow in the right environment. If you go and meet the weapon fashion against you too, my guy, you see Shaggy. And we're celebrating 20 years of ASO on the 14th, and this one, my team will have to forgive me. On the 14th of February, there is a concert celebrating 20 years of ASO, and it's a Valentine edition. Congratulations to your man, my man, our man, Kwabna Kwabna, for being staying consistent, staying relevant. Even today, it doesn't come easy. Okay, a song has been here for 20 good years, and after doing the remix, it's still very fresh. It looks like they just wrote it. Wonderful stuff right there, and we celebrate the legend Kwabna Kwabna for doing such an incredible job. This time, putting Stonebwoy and Kofi Kanata on it killed it totally for me. At some point, I was like, "Is this Stonebwoy part? Is it a whole song on its own?" Because it didn't look like it's a part of that song, but which means that he chose the right people for that project, and a big congratulations to him right there. Now we're back in the studio. We're talking love. It's Friday, and we are getting into that world of love. So we started the entire show with that kind of conversation. I was just setting the mood right for the day. Before we get into our conversation, Telecel has something even incredibly amazing for you. Your money deserves the safest home. With Telecel Cash, you are protected every step of the way. No risk, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app now for safe, secure transaction. Telecel Cash, the safer choice. Send it keke, okay? Send it keke. Right, whether you need a cool drink to quench your thirst this morning or fresh cooking water to make your meals taste its best, I keep telling you that if you don't think water contributes to the taste of your food, try cooking with water that has taste, salt or any other taste, or dirty water. You understand what I'm telling you, and this only goes to those who like to cook. Okay, the rest of you can go and rely on Auntie Muniwachi and the rest of the places where you like to buy food. But if you have to have that, if the meal has to taste great, the water has to be right, and Jibu Water is offering that for you. If you need clean, hygienic Jibu Water to make your family, stay healthy, or just you quenching your thirst every single time and knowing that you're drinking safe water, call us on 0209845817 or visit our website at www.jibuco.com/gh for more information about our brand Jibu Water, a better life. Now, back into the studio, and today our topic we're discussing on Love 101 is Office Romance 101: Rules, Risk, and Realities. There's a reason why organizations are very big on no relationships here, no romantic relationships here. But as you have it, human beings, once we find ourselves around, each other, emotions are harnessed through either conscious or unconscious actions. So I had a very, 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 funny thing a couple of years ago where married men and married women are saying that they have office husbands and office girlfriends. I said, not in my house. You're not going to try that nonsense. I'm sorry I said it. But no, that's your Gen Z thought of I have an office boyfriend, or I have an office husband and office girlfriend or wife. Wherever you pull lente from, but Klaus, you and I, okay, well, you a married man, Klaus is a married man. I have an office boyfriend, office boyfriend who doesn't perform any duty. So you see, it's a useless venture. By the way, I never understood that, and I heard some married couple were accepting such situations. I don't know what you people be thinking, but you people, you gotta be really careful. But this morning we're talking office romance, the realities, the risk, the rules. Again, there's a reason why institutions are very big on no relationships here. It has its own effects when emotions are involved in things, are invited into serious conversations. There's a way it makes the entire situation murky, and people are very careful about that. But as human beings, we'll have it. We do what we got to do. So joining me for this conversation this morning, it's none other, of course, I'm not going to have this conversation with no other person than Malcolm Metronam Emmanuel Ametepe, aka Shovesky. Shovesky is in the house. He's a counselor, motivational speaker, and my personal best friend who's about to find me a husband in 2026. Good morning.
Good morning.
I like that amen.
Amen
I like that amen.
Amen to that.
Oh, Shovesky, you really want me to get married, don't you?
Well, I mean, you have to if you want to.
If I want to. I want
marry, but don't be in a hurry.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Not at all. I'm not in a hurry at all. Trust me.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that scares me in life, apart from, no, I don't think death scares me like that, no.
Yeah, marriage is very scary.
Yeah, marriage scares me.
It's very scary, trust me.
How long have you been married?
Marriage is for the brave who is not scared of going to the grave.
I see.
So this September will be 10 years.
10 good years!
Yeah, so it's a decade.
Bro, you did it! You made it to the 10th floor.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about that. And leave this whole office romance thing out. Let's talk about that. Okay, 10 years of marriage. Which part of marriage scared you before you got it, and what woke you up?
You know, what scared me was the whole putting the whole ceremony and everything together.
Oh.
I mean, you know, coming together, leaving your home and coming to live with somebody that you've never lived with before. I mean, it was scary, you know, very, very scary.
Yeah.
And getting into marriage and now encountering things that you never thought you would ever encounter. It's a whole new thing altogether. You know, I say to people that relationships are way nicer than marriage, trust me. Because you're not living together. Because once you live together, now you will see the reality. You will see the true nature of yourself and that of your partner. It's crazy, man.
What would you advise that you marry when you are in that stage of excitement, or you marry when you're awake?
Marry when you're awake. And I say to guys that before you settle with a woman, make sure you have explored.
Be tired.
Explore.
Oh, let me drop that one. Let me drop a bar for you.
Drop me a
My
bar.
brother told me that because of who you are, married a tired man. Do you know what a tired man is? A man who has been around all over the place, been with everybody. I said, but then what will he bring to me? It's like, Mimi, you have to marry a tired man. A man who's tired of playing around. A man who's tired of being a playboy.
Yeah, somebody who has been around, who has experienced other people and is very sure that I want to make this work, because marriage is a decision.
God damn
You
it.
understand? It's a decision, and it's not an easy one.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You have to be ready for it to. Hey.
My guy is speaking about it and he's remembering, he's reminiscing.
Yeah, I'm reminiscing.
Oh,
I'm reminiscing.
goodness.
It's
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
For you to stay in it for 10 years, it means that
I mean, I'm surprised that
you made it.
I made it. I'm so surprised.
God.
People who knew Shovesky from before
Knew that you would not survive 1 year.
And here I am. So it's possible. I mean, the fact that I've been able to survive it, trust me, you can survive it.
You can survive it.
But make sure that the most important decision you make is who you marry. Yeah. Like, that's the most important decision, because it can make or unmake you. And be sure of the family you're marrying into.
Wow.
It's very, very important.
Wow.
Because there are things that are hidden in families. And if you're not careful, it will come after you.
I totally agree. Because when the Bible said that you're going to leave your parents' home and become one, he meant that you're going to be equally yoked with a person.
Yeah.
You know, and once you become that, their enemies become your enemies.
Yeah.
Their loved ones become your loved ones.
Yeah.
Both spiritually and physically. Bro.
Yeah. And
you don't want to make that decision.
And you see, I say to people that, and I said it here the other time, that it's individuals that fall in love, but it's families that get married. So you need to understand the meaning of the marriage, and know your role as a woman and as a man.
As a man.
It's important. Don't just feel like we are in love and we feel we are compatible so we can be together. You need to know your role as a man and know your role as a woman. And know that the woman is leaving her parents.
Yeah.
So she's leaving her parents and she's getting married into the man's family. So it's more of the man's family than her family. Nobody forced it. You decided. That is why your dad will ask you about the woman's dad will ask her about 3 times or 3 times less, or let's say a minimum of 3 times, whether we should accept, because it's marriage rights. You understand? It's a ritual that has been done. So you need to have a proper understanding. Don't get married and now you don't want to be accountable to your spouse. You don't want to be accountable to your husband.
Why are you asking me?
Why are you asking me?
Why shouldn't I ask you?
Why shouldn't I ask you? Now I'm responsible for you, and now we are together.
Yeah.
So I need to know what you're about, and don't think that thing that women say that his money is our money and my money is my money.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke from the pit
It's
of
a
hell.
joke
When I hear
because
it, I laugh.
because if you would have money and you will watch your family struggle,
Then you're not meant
then
for
you're
that,
not meant.
that stuff in the
You're
first
not
place.
meant for that stuff.
Yeah.
Why won't you invest in what is yours
Yeah.
than investing in something else?
Yeah.
The family you build is more important than the one you come from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100. Yeah.
Shabasky, I say I want to beg my producers for us to change the topic for today. Yeah, because it's a lot of people are wishing for marriage this year.
Yeah.
A lot of people are praying for it without considering all of these things. And
True.
Listen, Charlie, the spiritual work that needs to be done for you to be able to sustain a marriage for 10 years.
Hey, you are. The faces in it. When it's just the two of you, and when she gets pregnant, and when the first child comes, the second child comes, when, let's say, you lose your job, she loses her job. You know, there are phases in marriage. Your marriage will be tested for the Spirit of God to be manifested. You understand? Storms come to inform and help us conform. If you don't, you see, you cannot be married and not go through anything. I'm telling you.
Can never be smooth.
No, it can never be smooth. Trust me. It may be smooth now, but trust me, it has to be tested.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you have faith and not test it?
Yeah.
You have faith, and your faith has not been tried.
You know.
So how do you know you have
How
it?
do you know, Shovesky? Join me, beg these people for us to change the topic for today, because this office romance people, they are just children who are disrespectful. of the law.
But you know,
But anyway.
office romance is a big deal, and you see, office romance is not just about attraction. It's about what happens when emotions enter a space designed for productivity. You understand?
You remember what I said when we started?
Yeah.
That when emotions get into serious things, it makes everything murky.
It makes it very murky. You understand? So it's not just about the attraction.
Indeed.
It's about what happens when, you know, emotions enter a space that is designed for productivity, because we are there to work. That's why we are at work. The focus is working,
Wow.
not falling in love.
Wow. Shovesky, again, one of the reasons why, and we're going to intertwine the conversations, we're going to put them together. One of the reasons why marriage is difficult is because emotions are playing actively there.
Hey, seriously.
And so, if you look at the idea of marriage and how marriage plays out, you know that, or relationships play out, you know that introducing such a situation to an already tasked situation,
Yeah.
it's going to mess you up.
Yeah.
Like you know, I was telling someone the other day that I've never worked with someone I am in a relationship with sexually or romantically.
Romantically, yeah.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
Then I dated someone who wanted us to start a business together.
Okay. You dated someone who wanted you to start a business together. And what happened?
Ah, my
It
destiny
doesn't-
was set.
It doesn't really work out well.
It's my destiny. See, I caught myself doing all the things that I said I would never do. For instance, like I told myself that if I find my partner walking around with a girl, what you concern me from gates? I honestly don't care.
Yeah.
Shall I do what you got to do?
Yeah.
As long as you're not going to disrespect me.
Yeah.
I saw myself waking up at dawn, writing 101 things I'm going to tell him to stop. Guys, like, oh.
Yeah, because emotions have set in.
Involved.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's how you feel.
Gentlemen and ladies, thank you for joining us this morning on the AM Club. We are about to have a conversation. Office Romance 101, rules, risk, and reality. Let's start with the rules. Or do we say, let's start with the realities, guys. Let's start with the realities. You kickstarted with that, so let's stay on that.
Yeah.
The fact that emotions are introduced into a place that is supposed to be
It's
a place
supposed
of
to be
productivity.
For productivity.
When I come to work, my boss expects me to finish my report for the week on Friday. He expects me to show up every single morning, delivering impeccable news, flawless presentation. He doesn't want to hear that Mimi broke down on air
Yeah.
because her boyfriend was the one holding the camera. He doesn't want to know. By 10 o- from s- by 7 a.m. the cameras go live, and I'm supposed to be producing what producers have put in me to do. And then by 10 o'clock the cameras go off, and he wants to say that was a good show.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about.
That's all he cares about.
Now you have gone to introduce the producer as your boyfriend.
Can you imagine?
You yourself. Tell
you
me the
okay?
realities on the ground. What could possibly go wrong, and what could, if on the real though, if some of these things work.
You see, so the risk, some of the risk about these things is power imbalance. You understand where you have there's favoritism.
Yeah.
You understand
Yeah.
there's favoritism from your boss. It's like
Yeah.
now your boss is favoring you more
Because-
because he has something to do with you. And also breakdown after conflict or breakup. You understand? You are together. Once there's an issue, it automatically affects the work. Because we have a relationship and we are working in the same environment. And I have an issue with you. Trust me, no matter how you think you can hold it, somebody can tell that there's a problem.
There's
Because
tension.
they know how you both are when everything is okay. They see you laughing, happy, smiling, and all of that. But once there's an issue, they can tell because emotions have set in. And you see, it is what you are thinking that affects how you are feeling. You understand? Because in your mind, you have an issue with the person.
Yeah.
And automatically, you are reacting. You can't hold yourself. You need to be emotionally intelligent. Oh, it's critical.
Even that, there are places where that emotional intelligence that doesn't just play. It won't just show up.
It's intentionality.
Intentionality. Yeah.
You have to be matured. You understand? You have to be matured to know what will work out for you and what won't work out for you. You understand? I mean, emotions don't just come by day. It comes with time. You can fall for somebody with time because we work in the same space and we've become familiar with each other because we are both having issues. And because we are together and we are talking about our issues, now it gets to a point we want to comfort each other. So we put our issues aside and we want to make each other happy. And these are some of the realities that's come up on the ground. Yeah.
We've been joined by Counselor Perfect. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
I'm well.
Yeah? Happy New Year. I haven't seen you this year, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so Happy
Yeah.
New Year.
Many
You're
happy
welcome.
returns.
Yeah, you're welcome. And we are starting off with a very, very important topic.
Yeah.
Romance 101. Office Romance 101. Rules, risk, and realities. We're
Yeah.
talking the realities on the grounds right now. I was asking Shevesky earlier that is there a possibility that these situations work out? It plays out perfectly. So much so that people will look at it like, oh, minya, producer TB. Minya media boys TB because this one's own worked out perfectly. Or genuinely there is like it just doesn't work.
Thank you. From research, you realize that 82% of office romance, workplace romance, end up in the HR desk. And if your issues get to the HR,
That's what I said.
yeah, you know how things are because it's not always the best. Because workplace, you need to exhibit professionalism.
True.
And one is you put certain emotions aside so that we can get the work at hand done. We need to be productive at work. But when we have that romance going on between us, it can make work relationship differ from what it's actually supposed to be. The
Supposed to be.
professionalism go down, then our personal interest pops up. And with this conversation, one typical one we all know in Ghana, it was all over, was that big banker guy and Aram issue.
And Aram.
You
True.
understand?
True.
The national service personnel who turned out to be something else, and we all know how it ended. That was the one that was in the media space. We have a lot that is not in the media space, but they are dealing with things that they wish they never have done. Because with the office romance, it's not like we are in the same workplace. So I always see
I
Shovetsky.
spend a lot of time with
Time
them.
together. So it's easy to bond with him. Because we talk together, we can even go online together. And you see, the more you get close to people, the more you put down your guard. You lay
Yes.
down your guard. So you
Yes.
become more easy
Yeah.
going around them. Nobody wants to talk about their spouse or their relationship in the workplace. But it starts with me being so close to you. I feel comfortable telling you, or sometimes when you see me not so well, or what's going on, or isn't it my husband, then they start to console you. And you see, with the workplace, it's just about handshake and all that. But we move close to now hugging. So you can hug and realize that a hug is hugging you. It's getting deeper into yourself. So you
Yeah.
always want to spare that.
Yeah.
And you are having issues at home. So when you come to the workplace,
Yeah.
he's the one that is being a safe buffer for you. So you kind of get so comfortable around him that the romance can lead to sexual affairs.
Yeah.
And that is where it gets dicey. And
Now
it's-
this is for those who are married.
yes.
Like this is for those who are
Yes,
married.
because
which is crazy for me, but
yes,
okay.
because it gets to a point that you want to keep it secret. Most office romance are secret. You want to keep it secret, but you are also, you wish at least somebody know the joy of whatever you are going. And anything in secrecy is not the best. It's going to affect your marriage. It's going to affect the work. And one thing is, imagine somebody knowing that this is what you did. Your reputation, that career-wise.
Bro, that thing.
And the world is a small place. You think nobody knows. People see,
Yeah.
as he was saying.
Yeah.
We can see the connection between two people.
Yeah.
Just that nobody wants to talk about it. It's your issue. We don't care. But when it's gas,
We
We'll
are all
give you
here
filler.
but back to same. I mean, in the same vein, reality is on the ground.
Yeah.
It's that I'm working with someone. I'm really excited. About showing up and doing stuff with them, spending a lot of time. Now I'm saying this for those who are not married.
yeah.
Spending a lot of time with someone can breed emotions.
Yeah.
It can spark emotions that you never thought was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way they do things, especially for the single Pringles.
Yeah.
They have not been offered lunch in a while. Then
Yeah.
this boy wakes up every lunch, babe, let's go. I have one in this office. Elom is frustrating my life. I love you, baby. He'll wake up, buy you lunch, take you, if you need something, over here I have Teddy
Yeah.
and Mom saying they'll carry my bag. Single Pringle, you don't know anything like this. And these people are treating you a certain type of way that you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
It brings excitement. So for you, you like to be around such people. You want to feel safe. You want to feel seen, chosen, taken care of. And these are the realities
Yeah.
on the ground. These ones can let you fall in love
Yeah.
easy. It's reality. How do you handle such?
Yeah. So with this, it's the best is boundaries. You need to set clear boundaries.
You're too good.
You understand? For
Yeah.
me, if we're a single person in the workplace, you are having this romance feeling for somebody, it's all about the boundaries you set. Certain things are off limits. When we come to the workplace, we will not do this, and that. But you must also be careful. You must be cautious that it's not a fling. It's not a fling. It's something that is going to lead to something important. To know what you want from that relationship. If it's just a fling, you are going to end up in a bad place. You are going to end up in the HR decks. And promotions you never get. If you don't take care. Because we know some people in the workplace are good at love bombing people. They can love bomb you when you are intern, you are national service, you are just a new recruit. They will just love bomb you to get you to do whatever they want to do with you. A new person comes, a new recruit, they start love bombing them. So get to know what you want. If we're a single person, do you want marriage? Do you want a lasting relationship for a long time? Then you start setting boundaries that, hey, I love you all right, but this is what we have to do. And certain boundaries, you need to also think about the organizational rules. Most organizations, if it becomes something that is getting permanent, you need to get transferred to a different branch.
Yes.
Then you can inform the HR that this is what is happening. So if I can be transferred, it's okay. So you don't let it blow out of proportion before it becomes a scandal in the workplace before you work on that. So you can just get to a different branch, then off you go, because some people find their husbands also in the workplace.
I was going to ask you that. What if it becomes that? Like, you know, I got to office, I found my husband in the office, and so now it's in my mind, based off of what is happening, I think I found my soulmate. So we want to build this. And you know, relationships are difficult. We want to build this.
Yeah, so before we get there, I mean, there's some of the advice and all of those kind of things is you need to know company policy.
True.
You understand? And you need to have honest conversations early and know that, listen, this is a workspace. I mean, I respect the fact that you take my bag and you're assisting me, but we are colleagues. And you see, we are brothers and sisters in the Lord. So we love each other in the Lord. So it's just
whatever you are doing for me.
So whatever you are doing for me, don't take it personal.
Yes.
Just take it that, oh, I love my work space. We are kind to each other.
Yeah.
See it like that and it helps. And protect your work identity. It's very, very important. Your work identity. And also be ready to choose professionalism if things go south.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you see, you may find love at work, but you must never lose your work because of love.
True.
I mean, because that's why you're there. I am here to work and get paid. You understand? So I didn't come and fall in love. I came to work. So I would always choose my work first.
You know, in the rare cases where you actually find true love, and this is from both of you, in rare cases where you find true love, this person is ready. So I have a friend, Debbie. I love her so much, and she has one of the most beautiful marriages. I was just talking about her this morning. She got married to her boss.
Okay.
This will be 5 years ago. We're all young people finding ourselves in the media space. She got to a media house. Then her boss was like, this is my wife.
Wow.
Somehow, the man was very decent enough. So how you know, and I'm going to use my friend as an example, how you know that this could be serious is they are taking every step they are making with you very seriously, and they're very intentional about it. He said, this is a young intern. Her colleagues are more eloquent, and she has allowed me to do this, so I'm going to say it. Her colleagues are more eloquent than she is, so I'm not able to put her on air, but I'm going to train her to be a good producer.
Awesome.
So he invested in her for say like 2 years. She was understudying producers. He was making her take courses. By this time, the guy has made up his mind. The girl will marry, but hadn't explained it to her like this.
Okay.
A few dinners when he really misses her and wants to hang around her. This was all said at the wedding, so I know this by that. And then right after the girl finished the courses, she was like, you know what, you have to go back to university. Because I think that this your girl on Radio XYZ, she's really, really good. And you want to do that too, but you cannot do that. Because you're not her. But I think you'll be a good media boss. You could be a good media thing. So go and take another course in the university. Go back and go and do this. And she went back, invested in that, brought her back to the station, and then and then said, you know what, right now, Charlie, the thing with us gotten there. I want to marry you. Never made it sexual at the beginning. Because it was like once sex enters, even he doesn't feel comfortable. So he made sure he raised her. So for you, how you will know that this could get somewhere? And again, everybody has their own tactics they play with. Some people, they'll tell you that if I don't touch you, Charlie, which is madness, but okay, if I don't touch you, it will not get anywhere. You need to know that the people are very intentional about how you know it will go somewhere. They are very intentional. But whilst the people are doing these things, and you know, some of you girls, you don't know how to control yourself because they did not show you a lot of love in the house. So once you start seeing some of these things, you feel indebted to some of these people. And you're the one who is initiating all these other things. Let's go and do this. Let's go and do that. Are you traveling with me? Are you doing this? And you're initiating. And I'm saying this, I'm calling my girls out. Because there are no genuine men who have decided to take it slow with women and
True.
get to know them.
True.
But they've been rushed into things that they
Yeah.
realize that, nah, this is not the who I was seeing.
Yeah.
Because they're doing too much. I want to slowly know them.
Yeah.
But they feel like if they don't do all of these things for me, I will not love them. So they decide to initiate all these things. Some of these things are happening in
Yeah.
offices.
Yeah.
And it's not only the girl, it's not only the boys that are doing bad things. It's the girls too.
Yeah.
Thank
They
you.
are overdoing the distance in the office and making sure that the men see them for sexual reasons. In realities like this, where someone could find their husbands, we're still on that topic
Yeah.
because it's very possible.
No, it is
Yeah.
possible.
It's very, very possible. Managing yourselves
Yeah.
till it becomes official. You give me the woman perspective and you give me the man's perspective as a woman. How you're able to manage yourself to make sure that you are not first love bombed, not scammed into any situation that you regret and end up in the HR's office. How do you manage yourself in these situations?
So first of all, know what you want. Are you in for a relationship that will work, like your friend, is a relationship that is leading to marriage, or you are in for just to get a position, get to be employed, to get promoted? Is it that what you want? So get to know what you want. And if the man comes along and he's showing you all that love, get to decipher between, is this just for a quick phase relationship, or this is for something permanent? Because I know some people too, they'll not marry you, but they will help you to grow. Yes,
Those
some men,
ones-
yes, some men will not marry you.
True.
But they'll help you to grow. They see a potential in
Yes,
you.
yes.
So they want to nurture that.
Yes.
And that is why some ladies find that means of, I just want to give something. I also need to give
something, yeah.
something to.
Those ones, there are girls who haven't been loved well.
Yes.
I know some.
Yeah, so they do that. I need to pay the man. But
Yeah.
one thing I always say is this: if you are a lady and you have this kind of man, you see, some men see you and they think that they can help you. They see something in you you don't even see yourself. They want to take you to the next level. They don't want any sexual thing. They just want to help you. The best you can do is to put them into a father figure or a brother figure,
Allah.
that you are safe.
Yeah.
You see?
Brother zone them, please.
Yes.
Brothers zone them. It happens.
Brother zone them, please. Or
You
father
understand?
zone them.
Yes.
I have a couple of fathers, though.
It's
I
necessary.
have a couple of fathers and uncles.
Yes, it's necessary. You see, if you do that, you have them for life.
Yes.
Fathers
Yes,
are for
yes,
life. Brothers
yes,
are for life.
yes, yes.
But husbands, divorce will come. It will cease.
Oh.
But being a father, this is what you do. Because some people, if you see them, if you sleep with them,
Asa,
because
asa,
of the
asa.
sex,
It changes
You want-
everything.
It
Yes.
changes everything.
Yeah.
they see you and it's kind of they are shy. They, especially the Christian, and they feel guilty around you and all that. But if you trap them into being the father, fathers, you are buying them gifts. Oh, daddy. Oh, that. You can even go to the wife and all that. They take you as a daughter.
You
take
are
you as
making
a
it
brother.
like, no.
You
Let's remove the
understand?
married ones outside because the married ones, they have no right to do that. It's a no-brainer. It's a
Oh,
no-brainer.
no.
Me, I'm
Some
saying
people,
this, it's a
no, some
no-brainer.
people are married, but they can still spot you and want to groom
Okay, this
you.
one
It
just came to me.
happens.
This one just came to me. Some people are married and they find the love of their lives there.
After marriage. You
Yeah,
understand?
well, that one, that's a serious topic for
Yes,
another
another
day.
discussion.
Another day.
But
'cause
one thing is, you see, some people,
marry finish
being married
before you
doesn't
realize
mean
it,
that
yeah.
you don't see a young girl, you want to groom the person. It's happened. You want to groom the person, but how you relate. You say some men, maybe at home, they don't get that conversation and all that. Personally, I know some older people, when I was young, they just want to be around you because
Yeah.
of how you think.
Yeah.
Your opinions and all that, they like talking to you. That is it. But if you need any help, you tell them. They are able to assist you. They just like conversations with you.
Yeah.
Nothing more. So
Yeah.
if others zone them and they are okay.
Yes.
You
Yes,
understand?
yes.
But as a lady, when you get to the workplace, be professional. Whatever relationship you have, it should be after work. And check your emotions. Emotional intelligence is key when you are at this place.
Yeah.
Don't overlap when you get to the
Yeah.
workplace, and be very much concerned. As you said the guy realized that Debbie was not so good with the television, being
Yeah,
the presenter.
yeah.
So this is what you can do.
Yeah.
So if you are pushing the person to give you offers that you yourself are not qualified, that is where you create the jealousy and envy among the other colleagues, and they start pulling you down. If you don't take it, that relationship will not end anywhere. So you should be careful, know your strength, and try to let the person help you to rate there. But know what you want. If what you want doesn't align with what your boss or what that guy is saying, know your place, tell them no, and let professionalism continue. Their boundaries must be set. You should be clear about that, so that at the end, you don't lose your job, because
you could
love,
lose the person and lose the job at the same time. Because in another situation, I would say before you come in, I remember one of our colleagues was dating one of our bosses in a different setting, and the man was very, he was very. He does the public show of affection. Like, everybody knew.
Yeah.
He wasn't married. Everybody knew that a guy or a guy, girl. He would even buy her things and be, oh, come for it. Like, Miriam, come for this. And everybody knew that there was something going on. He's your boss. What are you going to say? You can't question him. So that was happening. Do you know when we're being fired? Because I didn't know what was in that letter. He instructed that the first person who received their letter was that girl. When things went bad. In fact, it wasn't that bad. It was just that one situation happened, another happened, and apparently he was upset. He instructed HR to give the girl. In fact, the first person to receive their sack letter should be the girl. You see, so sometimes, again, back to what I said about we women not knowing how to handle ourselves, because at some point it got into her head that the boss is my boy.
Yeah.
So she started misbehaving. Familiarity setting. But if you're very professional, you know that even by work ethics, you're not supposed to be doing this. So you know that part of us is outside the office. In the office, he's my boss. I need to respect them as that and show up as that. Just a worker. Nothing more. No, what are you going to eat for lunch? No, none of that. Let's just work together. To the men.
Before acting on feelings, okay, you need to settle this internally. Am I first a professional who loves, or am I a lover who happens to work here?
Oh, that's very sad.
Yeah, do you understand?
Take that again.
Okay, so you need to know this. Am I first a professional who loves, or a lover who happens to work here? So, you need to define yourself. You need to know yourself as a man. Why am I here? I am here to work. So when you have that in mind, no matter how much you think you like somebody, professionalism is key. Like, it's key. You don't have intimate conversations at workplace privately. You don't put yourself in situations where, it's like everybody can tell that there's something going on. You understand? And you need to slow your body even if your heart is fast. You don't try to be touchy and all of those kind of things. You don't try to, hug. You need to be a professional. And you need to understand that I am here because I want to build a professional brand for myself. That is why you would realize that there are office spaces where you can tell that the lady is in love with the gentleman. Okay? They are very okay at work and all of those kind of things. But you realize that because the gentleman is focused on his work and doesn't want to have any serious relationship with the lady, he pulls away. And sometimes the ladies have a problem with that.
Yeah,
and now,
be romantic to me at work.
I mean,
what nonsense is that?
What nonsense is that?
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to say that.
Sorry, I said it too. Forgive me.
What is that?
I mean,
what is that? What is that? Why do you want to break the work code?
So when you see that you can't, when you reach the point and you realize that you can no longer handle yourself, okay, the best thing to do is to quit. You understand? You need to set yourself free from things that is meant to happen. Do you understand? So look at the situation, analyze it. It's either you leave or she leaves. And you see, if you realize that you're both so much into each other and the relationship is going to get somewhere, have a conversation. Let one leave. So that now I'm not working there anymore. I'm working somewhere else. So that if truthfully we are supposed to be together. And it's not just because we work at the same place. So you familiarize yourself and you
Yeah.
think that you love me,
That will be tested
that'll be tested.
when I'm not there.
When I'm
Yeah.
not there.
Yes, out of sight
Out of mind.
So in this case, you would understand whether or not being
Yeah.
in the space was a contributing factor.
Yeah. Some
to
people
you
just
being-
like you because you work in the
You're
same
available.
space and you're available.
Yeah.
You are available and you are reliable. Like they can use you at any time. Oh,
Ooh.
can you go to lunch with me? Oh, can you help me get this? And women are fond of that.
Yeah.
You understand?
She
Before
wants
you
to
realize,
be the one.
yeah, she wants
I'll
to be
play
in
back my
control.
situation to you. There was a time, right, that so this is how I am. I pack my care, my hygiene pack. Like I have my wipes and stuff like that in my bag. I have my water based on experience. So if I don't buy water, I don't drink water. Like I don't do that kind of stuff, right? And it's not because like there's no proper thing. I just like my things
Yeah.
with me. And so when we started dating, I started doing that for him. And he's not the type of person, bro. Like he would just pick a bottle of water
Yeah.
anywhere and drink. Anybody gives him water, he's drinking. Me, I'm getting angry. Why are you doing that? Anybody could poison you. So I, on my own, as Karen wife to be, started packing the bag. And then obviously that would spark like,
Yeah. The
Yeah,
change.
you know, even so,
What are we
in my
doing?
Yeah.
in my church,
Yeah.
where I worship,
Yeah.
okay, I'm part of the pastoral protocol
Okay.
team.
Yeah.
So anytime I am on duty,
Yeah.
I'm a very serious guy.
Yes.
I don't like. I'm so focused
Yes.
on what I'm doing
Yes.
that a lot of people have issues with it.
Yes.
But I just don't care
Yes.
because you see, you don't prove seriousness by closeness. You prove it by restraint.
So did that affect your relationship at any point when was your wife in the same church with you?
Yeah. My wife she's still in the same church with me.
Yeah.
I mean, so she sits. So there are times where if I'm on duty, I don't sit with her. I'm in front. I sit behind
Your pastor.
my pastor, and I'm about my protocol duties and all of those kind of things. I don't smile around. I'm very serious with my work. And people go like, "Hey, this guy, he doesn't even smile. He won't even look at you." Like, funny enough, we went for a crusade, and I was being nice to some ladies, and they were like, "Wow, we never knew you were this nice." Because anytime we see you in church,
You
you
pay
are
me your
so
face.
serious. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh wow."
Yeah.
To me, it was a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing is, you
Yeah.
see, in the workplace,
Yes.
being a professional,
Yes.
you can show warmth to people.
Yeah.
That cordial relationship needs to exist. We all have different personalities, but you need not to overstep certain
Yeah.
bounds
I
in the
agree.
workplace.
I
You
agree.
should know when not to put your personal life
Yeah.
into the work that you do. And we are not just talking about the bankers, you understand, we have some type like what we do, like what I do. You get a lot of people, other colleagues and all that. But me knowing that I'm married and this is what I do, personally, I have boundaries.
Yeah.
I'll not call you certain times. You call me certain times, I'll not pick.
Yeah.
I'll not get so much into you. I don't want you to get so much into me.
Yeah.
I just want to protect certain things from me.
Yeah.
But whenever I meet you, I give you all the attention that you need. I give you all that warmth you need.
Yeah.
But from that, I'm gone.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one, she's
If
a
I need
professional.
If I need to call you and all that, because I realize that going forward, you do this to protect also yourself.
Yeah.
And you are also protecting the next person because Shovetsky, I know he's married. So I'm protecting my relationship and myself, my being professional, that I'm not outside and talk certain things and my husband will not feel as if 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'm still on phone with Shovetsky.
Yeah.
The wife too will be like, oh, my husband, you understand? So I'm protecting my colleague. He's also protecting me.
Yeah.
We are doing that. So you need to have that personal thing going on with you.
Yes.
That this is the workplace.
Yeah.
This is what I have to do. Like
Yeah.
the church, I'm here to worship God.
Yeah.
So certain things you need not to be over and above, but you need to show warmth to people. You can't come here and just be straight and all that.
Oh,
You
I would
just,
prefer
you
that.
understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'll prefer. I'll prefer to be to be
Guys,
feared than to be loved.
Guys,
I mean,
this is my toxic
Yeah.
trait.
Yeah.
It's a very toxic one.
Let it out.
See, my partner has to be kind.
Yeah.
My partner has to be generous. My partner has to be really kind to
Yeah.
people. Like I don't want my partner seeing somebody be doing that. But my partner cannot be approachable.
What?
You cannot be approachable. Like
Okay.
nobody should just walk up to you and talk to you.
Yeah.
Why? I fear you. You're my king.
Yeah.
Why?
No, I think
Why should they?
it's-
Why they
Yeah,
talking to you?
no,
Why?
it's a good. You see, I'm a very nice
looking at
person.
me.
You know, I'm a very nice person. If I want to be nice, yeah. You know, I'm a very nice person if I
Yeah.
want to be nice, but I'm not easily approachable.
No, don't.
Like
Don't.
naturally, because people watch me and go like, "Hey, what kind of guy is this?" But when I approach you,
You
you
will
go
talk.
like, "Oh wow."
No, you will talk.
You will talk.
Like let my husband be the controller or my partner be the controller of conversations. Like he should. Why?
You see,
Why-
no, I
why
like
can
the
you-
way you.
why can you
see,
approach him? Why?
I like the way
Why
you are
don't-
saying it
why
too,
don't
but
you
many
approach
people don't see it like that.
They think you're controlling them.
You know,
Yeah.
women will tell you, "I don't want a man who is controlling."
Control. He's not controlling.
He's not controlling.
He's got his space. His confidence is where he
He's
is.
confident,
No,
and
but
you have to make
said
confidence your
to
evidence.
you, he needs to be kind and all that. But to the outside,
No, not to
Right.
me.
Not to.
So I
mean,
said, my partner has to be a kind person. A kind person is not only to me, to every other person.
Okay.
He should be one that people would say that, oh, or you nipa. You know,
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
my partner to be that kind of person. But also, I want my partner to be feared. Like, you know, untimi nkasa n'anim. Like, n'anim edru.
yeah,
Yeah, that's, I can
yeah,
only say it
yeah,
and I can't.
yeah.
N'anim edru.
yeah.
People should say that, hey,
People
are you really
should
going to talk to that person?
fear him. Like
Fear him.
They should even be afraid
Why
to
you
even
play,
say
man?
certain
Why
things
play? Why
in his
why
face. Yeah.
why?
that is personality
Yeah.
development at its highest.
Yeah,
At its highest.
yeah,
I
And
don't
a
have to
strong
talk to
personality
everybody.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk to everybody. Like
Yeah.
I come in my presence speaks.
Yeah.
You know, people are scared to come and talk to
Yeah.
me.
Whenever you get close to people, they are happy.
They're happy
Yeah.
that
You
no,
have
no, this
given
is the
them
word.
that
They-
chance.
This is the word. They feel privileged.
But you ladies, you are talking about me. Oh. Like all you're saying is like you're talking about me.
Why,
at
great
you.
guys,
No, but the what's
But
it
you see, it's
called?
a good thing.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing because
Yeah.
that's I think I possess that.
Yeah.
You understand where people can't say certain things in my face. They can't. And people can't just walk up to me until I walk to them. And most of the times when, like, let's say we are very close or we have a very good relationship and we have a fallout, you may want to come and talk to me, but you can't until I do. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
There are people who wish they can, you know, mend their relationships and all of those kind of things, but they are afraid to because they don't know how you take it. So until I approach you
Yeah.
and you go like, "Oh wow, I've been wanting to talk to you, but I just didn't know how to go about
you
it."
know, just lady and gentlemen, you know, such people are also not disrespectful people.
Yeah,
They are not.
yeah.
They don't do too much.
No.
Yeah.
They're just there.
Yeah.
They're there.
It's called presence.
It's called aura.
Aura. Yeah.
You see the kind
carry
of man
the
I'm going to
presence,
marry?
yeah.
Did you see him?
And
Can you imagine him?
And when you are walking with when you are walking with him,
Oh.
when you are
Can you
walking with him,
imagine?
when you are walking with him, the way people will be,
Oh, they'll say
staring
that,
at you guys
"Hey,
and go like, "Wow,
What worry?
wow, worry."
Yeah.
May that be your
He's
portion.
having
May
that-
everything be on the right
In
proportion.
Jesus'
May the right
name.
man come to
In
your location.
Jesus' name.
Yes, sire.
Because now this is the reason why I have been in leadership position for a while. I've realized that people like to be in the leader's corner, but they don't know how to sustain such relationships.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to be the leader's friend, want to be basically be in the leader's corner, but they don't know how to maintain that. So obi kunukra no obi ne kasa, hey, Kojo, so what's up? When the wife is around. Whereas that is for us when
Yeah,
nobody is
yeah,
there.
yeah.
People don't know how to, and you say it so
Yeah.
well, people don't know how to draw clear boundaries. So for me, anybody that is in my space needs to be someone
Yeah.
who understands that they mean more to me and what it is
Yeah.
that we have. And they need to protect that.
Yeah.
Because you could be sleeping with someone in your office or you could be dating someone in your office and it will not mess up anything
Yeah.
because you understand the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
Now back to the fact that because not all of us have sense, you need to know that
Yeah.
there are certain places you don't take certain things.
Yeah.
Because you might like a girl who is not emotionally matured.
Yeah.
You might like a man who has no self-respect, is not
Yeah.
scared of losing anything. So they don't care about putting you on a plate like they are
Right.
chopping
Yeah.
you. Everybody should know that this is the girl I'm chopping so
Yeah.
that nobody will come close because they are insecure in themselves. So everybody should know
Yeah.
so that nobody comes close. Then you are losing the dignity
Yeah,
that you have as a woman
credibility, yeah.
just because you are engaging with someone
Yeah.
who is not emotionally secured in themselves. So just don't bring it here, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Just don't bring it here.
Yeah.
And if you find someone like you advise, if you find someone that you really, really like and you think is going to be is a futuristic arrangement, then know to separate.
Yeah.
Your final words on this topic. It's been a good one. Trust me. I just received a message from
go for it.
the
I mean,
president,
yeah, go.
the president of
Go.
the Republic of Ghana. I'll
Why
say a
you
good
need to go?
conversation.
Go.
Why you
Can you
go?
almost check it? Okay,
I want
Shabesky,
you to- I want
Ladies
to-
first.
Ladies first.
Ladies
I want
perfect.
you to say something.
you go
please.
first.
Love in the workplace is possible, but you must have clear boundaries.
Yeah.
You must know what you are after. Is it just a fling? Is it just you want to get promoted? Is it just that you want to get seen? The validation, the attention, what are you seeking? You should learn to protect yourself and to know who you are dealing with. Because in as much as love can meet you anywhere, professionalism is key. You need to be professional at everything you do, and that is why the HR is there. So we have HR, and most organizations now have counselors that we work. I work with a couple of organizations. So you talk to, because sometimes issues from your home interferes with that of work. So if you have any issue, your colleague is not the best person to discuss that with. Get a professional person to talk to. If things become so hard, talk to the HR. And we also ask the HR to be discreet, to be confidential. Some HRs just are. Though you tell them the next thing you see, it's in the public
BBC,
domain. That
BBC.
is not the best.
Yeah.
They are like mini pastors. You
Hey.
have conversations with them, and
Oh.
the next minute is out there.
Hey,
Yeah.
whose shade is this?
Well,
Who just
I'm sure.
received shade on love conversation?
I'm sure the people watching actually.
Ah,
know.
And
Be-
last thing, I'm mourning my mom, so you can see
Yeah, I was
me
gonna
in.
ask you.
Oh
about
no, your
my
mom
condolences.
passed. Oh, perfect. I'm so sorry.
So
Our
you
heart goes
see-
out to you.
So you see how much of a professional she is.
Yeah.
She came on the show, she delivered, and after everything, she put it out there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a professional.
Yeah. No, we do
She
this.
just demonstrated
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
You know?
she actually just did. Oh, our heart goes out
Bro.
to you. Our heart goes out to you, and
My
we're very
condolences.
sorry.
Thank
My
you.
condolences.
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. Anyway, look at how you have started 2025. It'll get better from here.
Yeah.
You know,
Shabesky.
All right. So, love at work is possible, but maturity is not negotiable. Feelings don't make us irresponsible. Unmanaged feelings do. So, that's my last words. Know why you're at work. Be a professional and work and get promoted. Don't work and get demoted, all because you've fallen for love. Always choose your work over love. Because when you choose love over work, you'll be hungry.
Yeah.
And the person you love will go for somebody who's
Yeah.
a professional.
Yeah.
If you want to speak to it, if you have issues,
Yeah.
or you're having certain confusions, or there's somebody worrying you at work and you don't know how to go about it, I am here. Counselor Perfect is there. Now you can reach me on all social media handles. Just type Shovesky Thoughts. Shovesky is spelled Shove. It's on the screen. So Shovesky, add the thoughts to it. You can find me on any social media platform, or send me a WhatsApp message. Just a WhatsApp message on 0246 408340. Thank you very much.
How do we reach you? Yeah.
Counselor Perfect on all social media handles. So Counselor Perfect everywhere. My videos are out there. If you want counseling, you can also come in. Individuals, work for facilitating. You want somebody to talk at your seminar, your conferences. You need a psychologist and ADR practitioner. My number is 0243 28 37 84. 0243 28 37 84. Thank you.
Please call her. Please call her and console her.
Yes,
this
yes.
is the right
We
opportunity.
need
Send
all
her
the
some
love.
consoling
We
messages.
need all the love.
You understand?
Aw.
She's a wonderful person.
An
and
incredible soul.
Incredible soul. And
Incredible
I'm glad
soul.
I met you.
Hey. Yeah, Chaso.
Me trust,
Yeah,
a
TV
professional.
Zuna.
Pass in there. Right. Mary Shemi.
Where show? Still.
Show
Me to me in court.
Oh, God, your uncle.
Mrs. Shovesky, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Perfect, good morning.
Mr. To be.
Mr.
Mr.
To
To be.
be.
To be.
Mr. To be. Yeah.
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah,
to
yours.
be.
To be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to be. He's coming. Incoming.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Let me see how probably
Trust
receive
me.
the greetings.
Yeah.
My
Your
mother
story, your story is changing. It's in the
Yeah.
process.
Amen.
Yeah, your
Amen.
story is changing.
Amen. Amen.
But just be ready.
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Then you are secured.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm ready. Okay, people. Klaus on the other side is about to get heartbroken. He will control my director. He will be the one producing my wedding. That boy will cry the whole day. I don't even know what to do with you, Klaus. But good morning to you, Klaus. Good morning, the entire team. Thank you so much for holding me down. It's been a great week. You guys are incredibly amazing. My production team here at MX24, you are super, super, super duper amazing. I love you so much for putting this show together from Monday to Friday. We've been doing this. We started a year strong, and thank you so much for supporting me every single time. To you out there who join us online, on air, we really appreciate you for coming every single time. Connect with us on all social media platforms. It is MX24GH on all social media platforms. Now, it's a weekend. Take care of yourself. Do no wrong. Come back here. Let's have a great time next week, but make sure to take care of yourself. This one is Aso Remix, 20 years of existence for this particular song. We're celebrating 20 years again, Valentine's Day on the 14th. Aso 20 years celebration. Join Kwabda Kwabda. Let's do this again this year. Happy weekend. I love you. My name is Miriam Uduak Mensah.